Welcome back, or welcome to the Muddy Roots podcast. Wow. I'm Ryan, here with your other three hosts, Bill, Robert, and Gage. If you guys end up not finishing this episode, you guys can head over to our Instagram or our TikTok where we post like little clips, and it's at Muddy Roots podcast.
There you go. That was the first time that we've ever outran the intro.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of stopped and I was trying to see what you guys were laughing at.
Usually I'm trying to
Dude, caught me off
prolong it.
What happened though?
Nothing. I was just...
I'm gonna use that as a thumbnail.
I was being so silly.
I just saw his hands go up in the middle camera and just go like that. I was trying to go like this, dude. I couldn't. Come
Oh,
on,
man. I gotta... Oh, what?
No, you're good.
What are you say?
I was just gonna say we haven't recorded in forever.
It's been a minute.
Haven't seen each other for a while.
It's been a while. Vacations, people in town,
Yeah.
and mixing every day.
Yeah, someone's never changed.
Hold up. Don't do that to me.
I had some family in town. Bill is taking some time off with the family. Ryan is up north serving our country, and
Then there's
Rob is serving the kalapu every night. Oh,
Hard
snap.
work.
I got a random question just to kick off conversation and just start off.
All right.
So you guys know that Raid, where you kill cockroaches, it's a Raid bottle.
Yeah.
And you spray it. If it expires, do you guys think that it's more poisonous because of its expiration date or less poisonous?
I would
You know
say
what I mean?
more poisonous, huh?
I don't get how it expires.
It's got an expiration date. But like if you drink milk after its expiration date, it gives you the runs. It's
Yeah.
really bad for your body. Is Raid the same? Like if you create a poison for a specific purpose and you let it go past the expiration date, wouldn't those toxins be more toxic? Or
I would-
I'm
what
trying
do
to
you-
think of a scenario what it wouldn't be. Like,
I think it's less poisonous
really?
because I think the toxins slowly leave.
The can?
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
goes out the
Raid is the
little-
can.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
can.
thinking of like the feed, and actually that's for mice, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that the same thing? No, it's by Raid, right?
Yeah.
Still though, but so say you were to have the mice traps and you didn't use it at all, and then you open it up after the expiration date, would it be more poisonous because it's expired? And typically expired things are bad for you, or is it less because it?
Maybe they put the expiration date on it just to get people to be like throwing it out and buying more, you know? Like, because those raid
Okay.
cans could last forever. And so maybe it's just a tactic that they use, strategy. Maybe.
Like a
I don't
marketing
know.
thing, like
Yeah.
to increase sales. Like you're never gonna sell a forever product so people can have it all their life. Like,
Yeah.
oh, here's the expiration date.
Yeah.
Like a best used by.
Yeah. Like, get rid of the can so you can get a new one.
I mean,
I
I
don't know.
could see maybe inside the can like some of the molecules and chemicals start separating. You know
And
what I'm
then-
saying? So I guess shaking it back up, but I don't know.
And like I guess, okay.
Because then maybe the top layer is like not as toxic anymore, but then the bottom is super toxic.
I don't know. Just
Where
the
the spray
weird.
comes from is the bottom, like with that stick. It's like
'Cause
the
yeah,
little
if you-
straw will stuck up on the bottom.
If you think of like a can of soda and you don't open up that can of soda, like you open it up after a while, I think it would be just as bad as that raid can.
You think a can of expired
No,
soda?
no, no, no,
Oh,
no, no, no,
okay.
no, like no,
Hey,
no, no. Please. No, but I think it would be like the raid would be the spray can would be bad.
Yeah, I think so,
So
too.
yeah, I would agree with you.
Okay.
What about this one? Is water wet?
What else would it be?
Yeah, I'm so confused by this question because I feel like it is wet.
So it's saying that in order for something to be wet, it needs to be dry. So when water is a liquid that is wet, it can never be wet because there's nothing in there that's dry. So like if you pour water on a table, the table is now wet because it was once dry. So if you pour water in water, it's just, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not, is it wet or is it not wet?
And in that case, I guess not wet.
But in what case is water wet?
Probably when you
When it's
When I'm with
it's
you.
wet.
when I'm with you.
Oh,
I don't think it'd be at all. I don't think it'd be dry at all. Like if you're pouring water in water, and with a cup, the cup is wet.
Right, but what's the water?
Not dry.
Is it?
I don't think
Isn't
it's
that?
dry.
Yes, I've heard this debate so many times, and I
head
don't
hurts
know
so
what the right answer is.
What's your opinion?
I feel like it has to be wet, but that your argument's valid.
I was 100% water's wet. Then I read all this stuff. I was like, oh my goodness, like that makes so much sense.
That one stumped me.
Okay.
I still want to say it's wet, but
Every instinct in your body tells you that water's wet, but is it really? And that's for you to decide. I looked at 4 cameras at once. We only have 3.
how was your guys' weeks? Since we haven't seen each other in forever. We ended up taking a break because we were like super busy. So
Mine's been good, dude. Yeah, I've been just traveling. I feel like with the family and stuff. It's been cool.
Where'd you get to go?
That's a good time to spend.
We actually went
Take
to
off.
California for a little bit. So we went to Big Bear Lake in California. It's like an hour away from LA, but it's up in the mountains. So like we just rented a house up there. We were just chilling. We got like a pontoon boat one of the days and went out on the lake.
Oh, what?
You said a
boat?
pontoon?
Yeah.
Pontoon?
What is
I've
that?
never heard of that.
Pontoon is like a slower boat. So they're the ones with like the big like cylinders on the sides of
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And they just kind of cruise. I mean, there are some that go a little bit faster, but ours just cruised.
Did you guys fish or anything, or just kind of?
No, we didn't. We just kind of cruised around, let the kids drive. I brought a bucket on.
oh yeah,
I
So
did
got
see that
snap,
Snapchat. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we're just chilling. Did some golfing.
How about you guys? You just mixed a lot.
So mix a lot on the beat.
What? That's crazy. Woo! Put on the spot. No, dude. This break is not break, but like this week has been so shitty, dude. Fucking work sucks.
Damn.
Everything has been like everybody's been coming in. It's been busy. The temperature's been going up.
Oh,
I've been
so hot.
I'm in the warehouse, so like we have no AC, dude. It's shitty. By the time I get off at like 4:30, I'm already drained,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I don't want to do anything else.
But
Like
mix.
today, so like today, no, like today, 10 to 2, I was the only one in the warehouse, and after 2 o'clock, dude, I was drained until I got here.
Jeez.
No, St. George in the summer sucks because even at nighttime, it just never comes down.
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's
No.
more humid,
Yeah.
which is the worst. I hate humid weather.
Yeah. At 10 p.m. tonight, it's supposed to be like 90 something degrees.
Holy shit.
That'll make you quit smoking. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I feel like at 110 is like when you see in the movies when it's really hot, you see like steam coming off the roads
Yeah.
and stuff. That's a
Yeah.
real thing.
Yeah.
You'll see it like just heat. It's
Heat
not even
waves.
steam. It's just
Yeah.
you literally just see heat. And
I used to do that when we were walking home from school as a kid and like just look out in the distance so I can see the waviness.
see the waves?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's real. It's crazy.
Speaking of Arizona, Arizona does not do daylight savings, right?
No.
No.
So I heard a thing that we stopped doing daylight
Dude,
savings.
I heard the
Some-
same
some-
It's
thing.
it's a bill. It hasn't been passed fully, but we're trying to get out of it because daylight savings is a made up thing.
That's like also I
Time's
heard
a
that,
made up thing if you want to go that far
Yeah.
into
That's
it.
true. That is true. I heard that daylight savings was created by farmers, so that they could plant, they could do all this stuff later. Like they could have more times to do it later on in the day or as early. That's what I heard.
That makes sense. Damn.
Dropping some knowledge.
Jeez.
I fat fingered something, but there you go. Way to go. That was
No, but
loud
yeah,
in my
that-
ears.
I heard that,
Yeah, that-
one of the contractors came in and we were just talking about that. It just like blew my mind.
Wow.
But the funny thing, I've talked to farmers and they're like, we don't care about time. Like, we just
Exactly.
wake up sunrise, work till sunset. Like we don't. There's not a time in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've always heard that well, I forget what war it was, but like George Washington at the very beginning, you know how like they went an hour back to wake up earlier so they can ambush the other side. And I heard that's what we started doing.
That
Around that
seems
time,
more
we would go
reasonable.
an hour back.
I don't know about that war, which specific one, but I know which one you're talking about. And I swore they left in the middle of the night for the ambush. Like they
Yeah,
fought
they-
throughout the night, and then when the sun rose is when they were almost at the winning end.
yeah.
See
yeah.
that seems more more believable than thinking that we just created this thing just for farmers.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I don't know, because isn't it just the United States that does it? Daylight savings?
I don't know. Actually.
Some parts, because like you said, Arizona doesn't do it.
Yeah, I think Arizona's the only state that doesn't do
Yeah,
it.
that right.
No, Hawaii doesn't either.
Oh, really?
Hawaii
I don't think
doesn't
so.
do it,
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Wouldn't it be so much easier if every time was just the same time everywhere?
Yeah.
And you either wake up with more sun or less sun?
Yeah.
That's just, oh my goodness.
Because I remember the worst night I ever worked. I used to work nights when I was at SUU going to college. And so I'd work from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Or sorry, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. And there was one night that clock hit 3 o'clock and bounced back to 2.
Ooh.
And I was like, son of a gun. So I wrote on my time card like 9 hours. I'm getting paid for that extra hour.
Yeah.
'Cause,
That's easy. I schedule a lot of meetings with people, and a lot of them work in on the East Coast, and time zones get me messed up, dude. I scheduled someone who's like, yeah, 7 o'clock work, and I was like, yeah, 7 o'clock my time works. I meant to say their time, so I ended up meeting with them at 5 in the morning our time.
Oh.
5 in the morning our time is
Yeah.
7 at their time. 7 their time.
Yeah,
Eastern
we're
Right.
2 hours
Yeah.
behind them.
Holy
And
shit.
it was on a Thursday, so I scheduled the meeting Wednesday, went to the mix, and then was feeling so awesome for my meeting, and it was just, it's so annoying, dude. It's such a
Sheesh.
nuisance
Yeah.
I'll
Take
go.
a cup?
Yeah,
Let's do
take
it.
a cup.
for wasted time zones.
Wasted days and wasted nights.
But I'm pretty sure Alaska might be on coastal time, which is like the west. I just can't remember.
Which is an hour behind us.
Yes, like California and Nevada and that. I just can't remember because Alaska is just so high up.
What about Hawaii?
Hawaii
They're-
is Pacific.
Pacific, yeah.
but I
Because
think
they're
they're
6
4.
to 8.
I thought it
behind
was
us.
8, yeah. 6
Eight,
to
8
8.
hours behind us.
I thought it was only like 6
Something like that. 6 to
or
8.
4. I thought it was.
No, I think it's more than 4. I definitely think it's 6 or 8.
Yeah. Because there's a one of my buddies, we all know him, CO. He went out to Hawaii for vacation, and it was like, I want to say it was like 3 o'clock our time, and I seen a snap that he posted, and he was just waking up, just eating breakfast, and just like comparing it to him waking up, us we've been up, we're working, we're about to get off. That shit is crazy. Time zones are just wild in general. I'm pretty used to like Nevada and Utah, like the 1 hour ahead, 1 hour behind. Like Nevada being one hour behind. I'm good at that unless it comes to like planes. Like if somebody texts me and say, "Yeah, my flight lands at this time," I'm like, "Okay, you do the math. You tell me what time to leave, and I'll leave. I'm not gonna." That shit like hurts my brain.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's the only time I struggle with just plane ride, or like when I have to take somebody to the airport or pick up somebody from the airport. That's the only time I struggle.
Yeah.
I usually show up like 2 hours early.
Yup.
I get so anxious when I'm like,
Yup.
the Air Force really like instilled that shit. Like, show up to work like 30 minutes an hour early, and like just so you're never late. And so like going out, we went to Mexico, and I wanted to show up like 3 hours early just to be safe. It just gets me anxious.
See, I travel a lot, so I go on a lot of airplanes, and so I used to be like that, and now it's like, okay, the flight boards at 2:50. I'm gonna get there at 2:30.
Damn.
Yeah, like,
Damn.
So you're
Also-
cutting it close.
Also, I just
Yeah.
know the ins and outs, especially at the Las Vegas airport. I can
Yeah.
get through like TSA and everything in like 10 minutes, get to my flight. But when I fly with my family, just because I have kids and strollers, and,
then you're
True.
2 hours.
oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like,
Early.
super early, bro. we're doing that 2 hours, and I can still get us through quick. I just overthink it because you gotta do the check bags and everything, and then we get in there, and I'm like, crap, we have an hour and a half to just sit here. So then we just go get food, and you drop $100 on food.
Yeah.
Bro, airport food is such a ripoff.
For
Oh
us.
yeah.
There's a Porta Subs by like gate D20 or 52 or something like that in Vegas, and I went and ordered. And I saw these sandwiches. They were like $10. I was like, oh yeah, just get me one of those. Get everyone one of those. They brought them out. They're like the 4-inch sandwiches, and I was like,
Oh.
goodness gracious! I was like, I'm paying for like a lot.
Yeah.
Even
$2 an inch right now.
Even like water bottles. I tried to go back. I tried to move on. But even like water bottles, dude, at the airport, at the gas stations, it's like $2-3. The gas station, the airport, It's like $5-6.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's
That is
only
ridiculous.
There's only one that I've seen in the Salt Lake airport. There's a Maverick in there, and their prices are the same.
Whoa.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
That's
Oh,
huge,
Maverick
bro.
in
Yeah.
the airport?
In the B gates, yeah. Well, most airports have like common stuff inside of them, like
Right.
Cafe Rios in Salt
I have
Lake.
never heard no.
But to put a gas,
gas
station
station
in there is
inside.
so smart.
No, there's no gas though.
Right.
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I
Okay,
get it. But still, like,
Just
I mean,
making sure you're not pulling up your
cars.
plane.
filling up your. No, that's so smart to have a Maverick store, I guess, a convenience
Yeah.
store in there, just because it's used every single day.
Yeah.
That's
Maverick's-
so smart.
Maverick-
I mean, I
popping.
believe they still mark up their water a little bit, but it's like $1.50, whereas the other ones are all $5-6.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you seen that people are really taking inflation real now because those Arizona cans that are 99 cents are starting to become like $1.20, $1.50.
Yeah.
Like, and it says on the can like 99 cents only. And so people are like, this is getting really out of hand now. It's like, okay, guys.
Wait, does this still have that on the can? I didn't think it did
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
It's still on it.
That's a
it'd
that's
be
a
like a
rip
I
dog.
haven't had an Arizona in a long time.
I can't drink
Bro.
it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I drank
we-
way too many.
Yeah, we would drink Everclear with Arizona and like mix it. Never
Oh.
again.
Just Everclear. Gross.
I just
Yeah.
remember it was always $1.02. So sometimes you just give them $1 and they would just grab 2 pennies
I
out
could
of
do
Yeah.
two
Yeah,
pennies.
yeah,
change
yeah.
thing.
Or you just give them $1. Okay, I need the other 2 pennies.
I know he just stares at you.
Just Thursday.
Well, can you cover it? Those are the worst. Those are the worst cashiers. It's like, well, you still owe me 4 cents.
Well, and
And
it's
you're
like
just staring at them.
it's awkward because you'll give them the $1 and then sometimes they won't grab it out of the whatever, and you can see that there's 2 pennies in the little change thing, and you don't want to be rude and grab it out.
Grab it.
Because it's like for charity or something, right? Or a tip
Oh, I thought it
thing.
was there specifically
tip
for that.
thing?
Like people are paying it forward.
It's extra change. Like when keep the change. They'll sometimes put it in there. It can be used for that, but I think it's a donation thing. It says it like on the
Yeah, I'm
front.
pretty sure it's a donation thing. So I'm not.
People are just fucking taking it out of there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which
Yeah.
do you guys keep change? Are you guys change guys?
I'm starting to be. Yeah, I got a whole thing in the car.
When I go
Really?
through drive-throughs, I'll keep the change. If I'm not using my
I
debit card.
typically keep all my change.
See,
Yeah,
if I'm at
I
a
never
gas,
used to be like that.
if I'm at a gas station, I get my change. I throw it in that thing. If I'm like somewhere else, like if I'm at McDonald's or whatever, I'll get my change. I'll give it to my kids. I'm just not a change dude.
Drive-throughs, change, throw it straight inside my middle console.
Yeah.
But then if it's like gas stations, I'll just be like, keep the change. It's just like 3 cents. I don't want to put it in my wallet.
Nope. I am taking all my change every time. I don't care. Yup. Money. I don't care. I will take all my change, and I will sometimes like it's the fact of like it's mine.
Yeah.
So give it to me.
Give it back.
Yeah, give it to me. It's weird because like I won't ever use it sometimes. Like it's pennies or it's nickels, and then when I'm vacuuming out my truck, it just gets sucked in the vacuum, and I'm like, see you later.
You don't open the vacuum.
But it's like I'm never gonna be like, okay, your change is hit this, and this, and they're like, okay, you can keep it. No, and I never do the donations for.
I never do it either.
Yeah, like oh, will you donate to the pet
St.
shelter?
Jude's,
10,
yeah.
yeah, never, dude.
Yeah.
You guys do that?
Oh yeah, every time.
You do?
I do max them out.
It is a ripoff.
It is, but it's good karma. That's
Okay.
what I believe.
I'll do the
I
one.
still
at-
say no.
I'd
do
rather
the one
buy
at Walmart.
food for someone than
Yeah.
do that.
I agree. It's just
I will never do that.
I'll do the one at Walmart when they have like the umbrellas, like upside down.
Oh,
or
those are
whatever.
those are fun.
And so I'll just toss it.
Toss it up there.
Bro, when we were in high school, there was like 4 of them at the Washington Walmart, and it's just the those umbrellas, and you toss your change up there, and there's an exit and an exit. And I remember checking out one time, and some dude, like a high school kid, came with like a face mask on, ran and just freaking
No.
uppercutted like Mario, like
Ding, 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 ding.
like
Oh,
all 4 of them, and ran all the way to the other one and took off.
It's me, Mario.
Damn.
It was the craziest thing. I was like, wow.
and he
That's
didn't get any
jacked
money.
up.
No, he didn't want any. It's just change, but he just wanted to ruin like the
He just looks
day.
back.
Yeah.
I did.
I was like, bro, what
Money,
a
money, money.
for real. I was like, what a dick, dude.
That's a dick move.
I have just a lot of like shares in my bank account. The one that I buy all my food on, I'm not as picky on that one. It's the one that like for other stuff. Have to have them flat.
Okay.
Let's take a cup for Phil's bank account.
Yeah. So you guys just let it ride. You don't care?
No.
You know.
I also don't look very often because I don't like that heartbreaking feeling of like, oh my God, babe, we gotta cut back. So it's just nice to spend, and then look at it right before payday and be like, hey, we cut it kind of close.
Yeah.
See, but that
How much
feeling,
money you got? You look at it has a fucking negative sign.
see, that feeling though is better than when you're at the front of the line and they say, sorry, sir, your card is declined, and there's 10 people behind you.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's what I'm. Chicken again.
Yeah, I don't. That's like an insecurity thing for me because I got caught slipping in high school a lot.
I was about to ask, have you guys ever had your card declined, and what was the most embarrassing moment if you have?
I don't know. Low key, I had it happen a lot in high school, so it just became regular. Like, I wasn't embarrassed.
No, I mean, I guess it's a little different in high school.
You guys,
I've had it decline a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I just
But
don't
was it
remember.
ever of them embarrassing?
Every time it declines, it's embarrassing. But I don't remember. I usually just go, oh, shit. And I put it on my government card. Please.
oh yeah,
Just
do the
kidding.
whole.
Just kidding. I don't do that.
Okay. You do the whole. Oh, frick! My bad. Wrong card. Give him another card. Then you just
There was-
shaking the whole time.
There was one time I was like, oh, shit, hold on. I think I left my card in my car. And I ran to my car, drove.
That's what I
Yeah.
do. That's what I do. Yeah, but I do the whole thing like I'll put. I usually pay with my phone, like the Apple Pay or whatever. And if it declines, I'll be like, what the heck? And so I'll like freaking. I'll go like this, like it does anything, and I'll do it again. And I'm like, oh, let me go get my wallet. I'll go in the car, out.
Yeah. I do the whole, oh, shit. And I like look, I'm like, where's my card? Oh, it's in my car. Fuck this shit. That's fucking embarrassing, man.
The worst thing is when people get mad at the cashier, like it's their fault. Like, you run it again, do
Yeah.
something. Like,
yeah.
I just transfer money and do it. It's like, bro, you're broke,
Yeah.
say it. It's
Bro,
fine.
when I used to work at McDonald's because I used to help out mom, bro, like everybody that came in and paid with the cards, like, oh, your car's getting declined. So, oh, there's something wrong with your machine. I'm like, okay, we can try it again. Ding, decline.
That's
Back to them.
crazy
Bro,
to
like, they
be
get
declined
mad.
at McDonald's. If I
And
get
it's only
declined
2
there,
hot machines.
if I get declined there, I'm declining
have
my next
cash?
day of life. I'm done. That'll be it.
But the
13th
way that
reason.
they drive off is just, oh my gosh, just give me my card.
Fuck this. I got food at home.
Mom was right.
I don't have
There's
McDonald's
food
money.
in the kitchen.
I feel like maxing out a credit card though, like hurts worse than running out of money in your debit card. Because when you max out a credit card, you know you owe money and you cannot
True.
borrow anymore.
Yeah.
This isn't like, so there's this credit card you can get because I'm a Delta member and I fly a lot. So they'll give you this credit card and the limit is $12,000. And I got declined on it one time. And I was like, wait, that means only one thing.
Hold on.
My balance is $11,999.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, it hurt bad. Really, really bad.
Damn.
It took me a while to get it paid down.
My limit was like 300, so it didn't hurt that bad, but it hurt here. It's just as bad.
Yeah.
But if you're not good with money to start off with, I don't think you should be getting
Right.
credit cards.
Yeah,
And
I've only had one credit card, and that was when I was like young, and I was just using it like a motherfucker. Yeah, dude, I was stupid. Like I had a credit card. I was just like I didn't even care. I would just put it on there. Didn't even make payments, and then that like now it's like fucking biting me in the ass, and so I'm paying it off.
Yeah.
I think
Right
I'm
in
I
that
think-
bruised muli chick right there.
Yeah.
You're going to have to put that picture up now, dude.
If we get
no,
Instagram, if we get 75 likes, that's so sad. If we get 75 huge likes and 25
approve.
comments, we will post a bruised muli picture of Robert on that.
I don't approve this message. I decline this message.
He doesn't approve
Like
it,
my
but I
credit
have
card.
the picture.
You said a huge number of 75 likes. Bro, my personal Instagram gets that.
Same, it's okay. A huge business likes, okay?
Just
Help
like
us
my
out.
credit card, I decline it.
Oh.
Let's take a
So
cup.
explain the story of that
down.
one real quick.
No, like
Of the bruised muli cheeks?
You ever heard?
Why?
Bro, I'm gonna tell this one. You can
Why?
pause it because
Let's go.
awesome.
Let's go.
Okay.
What the fuck?
St. George, Utah. Look up Sand Hollow Lake Reservoir. There is a family-friendly lake that we all go to, and there's a cliffside. It's like 30 feet when the water's low. We love jumping off it it's called bombing. We like making big splashes, and we'll do that for hours.
The biggest
and
satisfying feeling.
yeah, it's great. Maybe we should do some footage there. Show them what it looks like, because I love going
down.
there, and doing bombs is fun. But we went there. We're there for hours. It was a hot day. We were there. We planned on being there for a while, and some of us go a lot. Some of us are a little out of practice. But it was early in the season, and Rob came. Did you go that time, Ryan?
Yeah.
And we're all there, and we're just doing it all day. And like maybe 20 minutes into it, before we left, Rob was saying like his muli was hurting, his ass was hurting, and it was just really sore. And I was like, bro, like that's crazy. And he's like, I think it's bruised, like it feels tender. He gets home and on his own free will,
Pick up your cup.
sends me a picture and is like, "Oos, I told you." And he sends like, and the picture itself, like the muli cheeks weren't bad. I don't mind seeing it because we were talking about it. But the way he took it, it was front camera looking back at the mirror, and he's checking like to see, and he's just looking back, and it's not just like his ass cheeks. Bro is naked, and he's just like this, like, oh mama. And I didn't want to screenshot it because he'd get the notification. So I grabbed my wife's phone and I opened it and I took a picture so I could have it forever and always for you guys to see. So run it up to a huge number of 75 likes, 25 comments, and you will see Robert's muli cheeks. That thing is crazy.
I am betrayed.
Wait, this was not that long ago then.
Oh,
It was long
No, it was
ago.
like last year.
Nah,
2 years ago?
Because you
It
haven't
was
been married
amazing.
you've been married what, 5 years?
Okay, so it's within 5 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I want to say it's within me being in this house, which is 2 years.
Oh no. Ooh.
I do think so.
No, because that picture was in that old house.
Okay.
So you're at the Desert Hills one.
You want to know something though? I actually already knew that story. I just wanted to tell it on there.
Good, because it needed to be said. The way you're looking back at it
Yeah,
was
dude.
so
That's crazy.
Experience, dude.
like a normal sane person would take the picture
All right, can
and
we get
look
off
at
the
it.
fucking subject?
This fool wanted the angles. He was popping that thing. Bro was black and blue, and oh my god!
Imagine if he got it from like the bottom. You know, he just had the crease.
He
Hey,
cut
buddy.
his cheeks, bro. Oh, that thing was wow.
So it hurt, huh?
Bro, it fucking hurt.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah, it fucking. It hurt.
But it didn't hurt to
hurt.
pop it though. It just hurt like to sit down.
Pop like and drop that shit, man. It's like you guys did on the fucking air.
75-25. Remember that number. Run it up.
That's funny, dude.
It was
Not really
great.
funny.
It was
It was painful.
it was awesome.
It was painful then. It's painful now.
It hurt then, but it freaking hurts now.
For some reason, it hurts even more.
Oh man.
I remember I was Snapchatting Rob when I was getting my tattoo done on my leg. And so he's working on the shin, but I'm laying on my stomach.
Okay. That one was this nigga popped his ass in the air. He was on his stomach. This nigga fucking went like this. His ass was in the air. And I
Face
was like,
down,
bro,
ass
he's,
up.
He's working. He's working on your calf. I was like, he's working on your calf. Why is your ass in the air?
No, I'm thick. All right.
Oh my goodness, bro.
What?
Okay. Speaking of I'm thick, so my sister's getting married here in August. And I went and got fitted for a shirt or for a full tux and stuff. So the guy was measuring me out and my sister was there. And I'm a thicker dude. Like you can see it on the camera.
Thicker than this
But
nigga.
yeah, but he's measuring my shoulders, giving him my measurements, writing them down, and he's doing my like from here down to my leg, and he squats down and gets my waist, and my sister was like, "Damn!" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Oh, you got that dumpy," and the dude measuring me was like, Bro, right by my waist, and like bit his lip and just like shook his head, and we all start cracking up, and he got so embarrassed that he was an asshole after, and he was just like, yeah, okay, well, that wasn't that funny. And he's like throwing shirts at me now and like, try this on. That doesn't work. Okay.
so
he was embarrassed.
He got
He got
so
voted.
embarrassed. Yeah, and then he was like trying to be all professional afterwards, and I was like,
Well, then
oh,
don't bite your lip.
cut me a discount,
This
man.
nigga thick.
I felt apple bottom. I felt like a girl who's getting catcalled, like, because I'm like over there like just exposed doing my thing, and she said that, and he bit his lip, and I was like, hey, stop that. I was like, are you serious? That shit was so terrible.
Are you serious?
Give me your
say
manager
psych.
now.
Say psych right now.
You play for real?
Say psych right now.
For real. That was so terrible.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, that thing ran through my mind for like the next 6 hours. I was just like, why would he do that? Like,
Bro, to do all that and fucking bite your lip and shake your head up and down and then get moted after
yeah.
and get embarrassed. Bro, you're stupid.
Well,
What an idiot.
my sister did like my sister did one of those laughs where you like can't conceal it, so she just like and I was like, okay, you made it 10 times worse. Oh man.
Those are the worst laughs.
Well, did you guys call him out for it though?
Afterwards, because it was so obvious that we were laughing at that.
Oh, but you guys are like, dang, you bit your lip. That's crazy.
Oh, we didn't say bite your lip. It was when she laughed, he was like, and then he like looked around real quick, and we're like,
Who saw me?
like, right? We're like, yeah, dude, you're gonna beat down by my muli cheeks and just like nod your head hella like happy, and he was like, oh, and he was just a dick after that. It was terrible.
Jeez.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Let's take a cup. Oh man.
I do hate getting measured by those guys. It's like the worst.
I feel violated. I really do. Like, okay, arm up. Let me touch you here. Okay, this one, touch you here. Try this on. Like, I feel like I'm getting groomed. I feel like, yeah, and it's like, I like you in this. You don't look good in that. You put this on, and it's like, dang,
Bro,
dude.
okay. Actually, this is kind of a crazier topic. Have you guys seen the movie Sound of Freedom? Yeah. Or know what it is?
yes, yeah.
Have you seen it or just?
I haven't
heard about
seen it yet.
Ooh,
I'm
I
gonna
like
watch
the
it.
reactions. What? Wait, what's it about?
Yeah.
it? Child trafficking.
It's bringing awareness to sex trafficking and specifically this movie Child, like sex trafficking.
Yeah.
And did you hear about everything that's going down with it?
As far as like how it wasn't being promoted and stuff.
Like
or
the
what?
AMC theaters and all that? Okay, so hold on, let me take this cup and then I'll dive into
So
it.
the way the movie starts is they're in Mexico. This promoter comes out to this dad and is like, "Hey, your kids look like they can do really well in being a artist, a model, all this stuff, right?" So she's like, "Hey, we're gonna have auditions and do some photos and stuff. This day, like just naming them all out." I was like, "Okay, perfect." So they go to the first one, and it's actually kind of crazy. So they walk in, and and she tells the dad, "Oh, sorry, just come back at 7 and pick him up." And he's like, "Oh, that's kind of weird, but okay, yeah." So he leaves, comes back, and the kids are gone. But the kids, while they were in their room, they were doing photos. And so they're doing photos, like let's say this is a camera or whatever, and they're doing the photos, and they're all dressed modestly and all that. And while they're like posing, she would walk over and like unbutton the girls' shirts a little bit. Like doing that number. Super gross. Dude, that movie is so hard.
Wait,
to
Sound
watch.
of Freedom?
Yeah, Sound of Freedom.
Yeah. So that movie was made back in, I think it was 2018.
Yes.
They had a contract with Fox Studios, and it was supposed to come out like 2018, 2019-ish. And then Disney bought it out and shelved the movie, like completely just dead it and everything. And then I think it was like last year they finally bought their rights back for the movie.
And they're
And-
resurfacing it.
Yeah, they're putting it out for the first time ever.
Which is so weird because Disney claims to be like for children and like doing all that stuff for children. They produce children movies. So you'd think that they would care about child trafficking. And yeah, they shelved it.
Yeah. And then, they buy the rights back. They try to sell it to Netflix and Hulu, Amazon Prime. They they all turned it down, and they said it was like they didn't want to lose money, or like they were scared of putting it on the platform, which I guess. But they finally sell it to Angel Studios, and nobody wanted to like make trailers for it. They didn't want it to go out like at all. And
Angel
then,
Studios, what is that? Just another like a studio company?
yeah, it's just a different one that decided to take up the project. So they finally, in 10 days, they get 7,200 people to donate money, and they raise up $5 million, so they can start like dishing it out to movie theaters. But the crazy thing is, like all over United States, AMC theaters are like sabotaging the film. So like online, if you're trying to get like a seat to watch it, it would say sold out, even though like 2 people are actually going to watch it. But then those 2 people that would watch it, they would get refunded tickets before like the movie starts. And they would be like, oh yeah, the
So just
AC's out.
a free movie, pretty much.
Oh,
Well, no, they
refunded
wouldn't go
money.
watch it.
Yeah, like it's not available. Like it's canceled.
Yeah. And so they would like get refunded the tickets, and they would like be like, oh, the AC's out like in that studio, you guys can't watch it. Or like I've seen some where like the fire alarm would go off like before the movie starts. Or I've seen some where like they would air a different movie. Like,
Whoa.
yeah, they're like sabotaging the
Dude.
film.
Well, you watch the film, and it honestly is super hard to watch. It's super. I don't know what the right word is. If it's like good to know the statistics, you know what I'm saying? Like it's good to be aware of it, but
Yeah.
it is so gut wrenching. The whole movie.
So what'd you watch it on?
At the theater.
Yeah, it just came out July 4th.
Yeah, so I went and watched it with my wife.
Recently.
Bro,
Yeah.
I claim to be a G, but I was crying, dude. Like it twists, especially
Yeah.
because the thing that sucks is it's a girl and a boy, brother and sister. There's a lot of other kids too, but they're like kind of the main ones. And they're like Lay and E's age, my kids. And so watching it the whole time, I'm
Yeah.
just like, if that
It's
was
different.
my kids, I would be distraught.
Yeah.
Because they like, so the little boy, he ends up, so they get shipped on a shipping container. Is how they got from one part of Mexico to another part of Mexico. And then they're just getting trafficked all around. And the crazy part is it's very PG. It doesn't show anything. But some of the times, like when the actors are talking to the kids and they're just being like, oh, are you still hungry? And the little boy's like, yeah. He's like, you want this? He's like, yeah. So then he's about to slide it, and the kid's about to reach it, and he stops. He's like, hey, but if I give this to you, you have to do whatever I want.
That's fucked.
Like saying that kind of stuff. And you're just like, you know what he means.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And then when the boy gets rescued, he had signs of like sexual assault, like within a day of it. And what's crazy about it is when they start talking about it, it's super sad actually, because you think about cocaine, you think about weed, you can only sell it one time, right? Well,
Yeah.
well, through the chain, because you sell it, they use it, it's done. With kids, sex trafficking, you can sell it 5 times a day, every single day,
Dang.
which is terrifying.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
And
it's based on true events.
Yes.
So the guy that
Oh.
it's like based off of I think his name is Tim Ballard.
Tim Ballard, yeah.
He was in the production to make it as accurate as possible. So this is like real scenario. Like,
I've
what
heard
happened.
that
the
name
kids,
come up.
and the kids helped the film.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Whoa.
Because at the end of it, they talk about how, hey, just support these kids. Like it took a lot for them to come forward and like share their story.
That's
Because
huge.
Tim doesn't want the spotlight to be on him a whole lot. He wants it to be on the kids and the movement, starting this new movement of the 21st century. But it was like gut wrenching to see these kids get shipped in containers and just moved across the country. Like it's crazy how fast they can go from one country to another in a matter of a couple
Yeah.
days. They'll just be gone.
So
So
I-
I'll never find them again.
Go ahead.
I've heard that name come up on TikTok, but I've never really like dove into it. That Tim Ballard, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was. It's about him, right?
Yeah,
When he
his
was a-
experience.
when he was a kid.
No, I think he was the adult,
No,
right?
he was the one rescued.
He was the
him.
dad.
Oh, he
So
was a
the way it
rescuee.
starts, which I don't know how Tim Ballard did this, but so the way it starts is he was working as a guy just catching pedophiles, right? So he's catching guys who are selling images, like child images online, going and raiding their house while they're doing it, and he arrests this one guy. But the problem is his partner at the very beginning was like, I'm done, dude. I can't keep doing this. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, we're making it a safer place. He's like, okay, but how many kids have you saved? you just keep catching these pedophiles, but the kids are still in the system. And so he was like, that's a good point. And it hit him hard. And then as a police officer, you have to watch the evidence. So you have to watch the videos
That's
of these
the worst
guys
part.
doing the kids or women. It's usually guys, but so he's watching it and he's like crying while he's watching this video. So the way he gets in is he actually goes to this guy and says, hey, like, between me and you, dude, like, I'm just really interested in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, how can, and it's complete acting. And you can actually do these undercover runs and go do this yourself. But you have to be like, he said, like, how can I watch these videos and not see how much beauty is there? Like, saying stuff like that to try to persuade this guy to think he can trust him, right? To see if the pedophile will trust the police officer.
Oh, it's a cover.
It's a cover.
Okay.
So he's doing all this. And so the guy's like, I got you a kid. And does all this. So then he gets the kid. And he's like, so this kid, his name's Teddy Bear. It's the brother, actually. So that's how they kind of come in. So here, he'll be here soon. So then he's like, perfect. You're arrested for child trafficking. Arrest that pedophile. And then they catch the other kid coming across Mexico's border in a car. So that's how they saved the first kid. And then it was almost like a drug for him. So then he actually does some runs in Mexico, quits the police department. He was not a police department. What was he? International something.
It's
Like
like
Interpol?
ISA or something.
I
Or
can't remember.
TSA, HS. It's something.
I can't remember. It's something. Yeah, anyway. So then he actually has to quit his job because the U.S. government would stop paying for him after like 2 weeks without any leads. And on his first op, he actually saves like 100 and some kids. It's crazy.
It's
Fucking wow.
And then after saving those 100 kids, he didn't find the sister. The only reason he really did it is the dad was like, how would you feel if you got one of your kids back, but the other bed's still empty at home?
They gave me goosebumps.
damn.
I don't like that.
No, it's the whole movie. You're sitting in your seat just like, oh, it's so sick too because the odds of people being pedophiles is pretty, it's not high, but the likelihood.
Bigger than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're watching this movie and you're literally being like, okay, someone in this theater
Could
be
yeah.
a pedophile. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just super sick. And this guy got convicted actually, and it was a guy that we used to actually hang out with. Not you guys, but my other friend group that I have. He was a part of that friend group. And then he got busted. And we were like, there is no way.
Yeah.
Because this guy, we were actually out at dinner as a whole group, and all the women voted him best husband because he's just like so nice and very genuine, and got caught.
Wow.
And I'm just like, bro,
You'll never know.
Exactly. You never know.
that's
you
what's crazy.
never
It's
know.
super sad and
That's
it's
the
super
scariest
sick.
part.
Yeah.
I think that speaks volume to like have a, like you said, it was a G-rated film. They didn't show anything. They didn't do anything that was explicit, but then it still hits those chords for you and it still teaches you, and it's really knowledgeable. I think
Right.
that's like a well-written film. That's crazy.
Yeah. I think they made it PG so like people can bring their kids and have them watch it. It's kind of like Lovely Bones where she gets kidnapped. People were like, parents were bringing their kids to like kind of instill a fear of like, you can't trust everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's like what they're aiming for with this movie.
Yeah.
But nobody was like advertising this movie. Mel Gibson was the first one I've seen, and he was like, we need to start talking about this. This has been a problem for super long. Like,
Yeah.
we need to bring it to light. But I think the reason why it's being like sabotaged and all that, like if you look at like Jeffrey Epstein, he was involved with all these like higher up celebrities,
Yep.
and they were all like in a way in this like little like child trafficking.
Yeah. They called it like a sex ring, a sex circle,
Yeah.
where they
And-
cycled through and they would take them.
yeah, and no wonder why like the media is not covering this.
Well, and the other thing that's crazy about that too, that you guys bring this up, is that last night I was watching Facebook videos, and there was one that came out. Have you guys seen a lot of the motions and the things that are trying to be set by Ashton Kutcher?
No, but I've
I've
Like
heard it's
what?
good
heard
things.
of it.
It's great.
Yeah.
He's really trying to bring these same things to light about sex trafficking, and especially in kids. And he's saying that, and obviously he's an actor, so his thing is more so in the filming industry and the acting industry, and that kind of plays a part into why like AMC is trying to silence a lot of that, because if you open up that door, who's to say what other doors that it opens up?
Right.
Yeah.
But he said that he specifically was contacted by the government because there's a group of 6 to 8 year olds, a couple of them that are circling around the dark web to where they're being sexually abused, and their videos are being sent around. And he's like, it speaks to, like, it's just crazy because the government is reaching out to him, and he's like, and he literally he puts it into perspective as in, like, the government's reaching out to me, an actor who has funded a corporation to look into the matter. And it's like, this should be a huge priority to us. Like, we should all be looking into this and being conscious of this. And it's crazy that they're reaching out to me to do that. And he went in front of a board, and I don't know the specifics of what the board was or where the meeting was, but he was talking a lot about it. And he was like, I have kids this age, and like, if you guys have kids, even if you don't have kids, you know someone who's a kid that you care about, that's their age. And it's just kind of like, why isn't more being done? And I think it's because of that, because a lot of powerful people, high end celebrities, A-list and stuff like that are a part of that's why it's being looked and passed to the side.
Yeah, and the weird thing about it, so like Netflix, Amazon Prime, you know, they turned it down, streaming services, which they gave like an excuse, which that made sense.
Right.
AMC
Exactly,
is
yeah.
purposely sabotaging stuff, like giving back money. They're turning down clients pretty much for, like, it just looks like they're
Which is
getting
sus.
paid. They're like made to do that.
Or covering something, or preventing it from being leaked so that they don't get exposed.
Yeah,
or anyone gets exposed. That's crazy.
they're really trying to silence the movie for some reason.
People were warning Ashton Kutcher because he says that he's going to expose the industry, the filming industry, for everybody, like all the Woody Allens and the groomers and the people who have taken things too far, like the iCarly producer.
Producer,
Yeah, Dan Schneider, because of like things that they make kids do that are like, okay, but then when you look back at it as an adult, you're like, that's not okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But
And Jeanette McCurdy actually like talks about it.
yeah, listen
heavily.
to her book right now.
Yeah?
It's
That's
good.
that's Sam and
Sam.
Yeah, Sam.
Yep.
Carly? Oh yeah.
Yeah, but people are telling him, like, be careful, because it's not just like celebrities you're getting bringing to
with.
light and involved with. It's powerful people that have power, people that have a lot of pull in things that you don't think about. And he said it's just like, it's more important to bring that to light so that it stops rather than be scared about it. And again, he has kids, and he's like, it's just for the sake of everyone's kids and my own.
Right, because like when you brought that up, like how Netflix, Hulu, all that stuff, all the streaming services turned it down. I was like, yeah, I was like, I was with that, but then when you guys dove deep into it and like the depth of it and what it really means, and I stand with Ashton Kutcher and Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Like, bring that shit to light.
No, for
Air
sure.
that, you know. That
Yeah,
is crazy.
and the worst thing about it was, I think it was Netflix. I could be wrong. You know how like when you're like making a song, you have like your crowd that listens to it, and then they give you the okay, like it's good, put it out. They do the same thing with like Netflix and Amazon Prime, and the majority of them that watched it, they were like, "This is a really good movie. Like, we would make money with this." They're like,
I was gonna say
saying we would make money with this, and they turned it down.
I was gonna
for
say that
some
movie
reason.
sounds like it would make a lot of
It
money.
would do well.
Well, so yeah, that's the thing, is it wins the public, but the powerful people at the top,
They're not loving.
they don't like it.
Yeah.
And there's actually some conspiracies, I'm not going to say these are true, about like that realm where they do this with kids and all that. And they actually video each other, and they hold each other, like blackmail each other. 'Cause they're like, okay, you want to F up? Like, we have videos of you doing this. Like, don't go away from
I don't doubt
the
it.
agenda. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, I don't know. Andrew Tate calls it like the Matrix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know, that secret circle. They're all kind of intertwined that way. Where like, okay, if you want to go against us, we have
Yeah.
We have
stuff
shit
against
from
you.
you.
Like Matrix, Illuminati,
Yes.
elites, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super sad though.
Ooh.
Su-
Did you guys end up? You guys watched the whole thing? Yeah?
oh yeah, whole thing. And he actually ends up saving the daughter too. She-
Spoiler. Sorry.
oh,
True.
well, my
But
bad.
that's
Actually, yeah. So he has to go get the daughter or the sister in another part of Mexico. but he had to like sneak in because the Mexican government's not allowed to even go in this part of Mexico. Has to go in by himself, take her from actually El Jefe's cabin. He had like, this is one of those parts that like was so gut wrenching. Again, PG, but so he goes in there to get her, but then El Jefe's coming in, so he hides under the bed, and he comes and he's like, "Why are you crying, my daughter or my girl, my little girl or something?" And she's like, "Oh, just a bad dream." He's like, "Oh, here, I'll have something to make you feel better." Picks her up, goes to her bed, and he can see him. And homie starts like unbuttoning his pants and stuff. Like it's just so gut wrenching the whole time.
Doesn't sit right with me.
And he ends up having to like kill him and run away. It's so sad.
Jeez.
Golly.
Yeah, it's definitely a movie I'm gonna watch.
I just don't know how you can do it when you can see pain in these kids.
Mhm.
You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, at what point do you like? I don't know. It just hurts. I have kids,
Yeah.
and even when I'm like disciplining them, and I know that they have pain in their eyes because they're not even like not hitting or anything, but like they're just like, "Dad, this sucks," that I'm like in trouble. It still sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And these guys are just abusing kids, and I don't know.
Well, then that comes. It's like it's when things become more of a priority than your children. So like money or illegal substances or anything like that, to where you're not thinking about your kid in light of like them being a part of you. You're looking at them like, okay, this is a commodity that I can trade for something else to get in return. But are those kids? So you said Mexico a lot. Are they Mexican?
A lot of them, yeah. I think so. All the kids that it shows in the movie are Mexican, but there's a girl in St. George who got swooped in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember that?
What?
And she got found like the next week in LA or something like that.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Miracle that she got picked up. Miracle. Because again, and it might have not even been a week. It was like a couple days or something. But they raided another spot in LA and found her. That's what's crazy. It's a couple days you can go from Vegas to LA to New York to Canada. Like, dude, they'll ship these kids super fast. So like, if you don't find them within the first couple days, it's very hard.
Yeah. They
They're
could
in
be
the
anywhere.
system.
The crazy thing too about that, how you're saying like, how can you look into a child's eyes and do this and know that they're in pain, that they don't want to? That's super sad. Ashton Kutcher brings up a point of like kids in Thailand who know no better. Like they think that this is what you do and it's normal. And he says that they get him out of that situation and they talk to him years later and they're like, why didn't you, but like, what were you going through? What were your emotions? What were you feeling? And they're like, this happens here and this is how I felt. And this is like
it's a norm.
Yeah. And he's like, I did not think that this was wrong. And I wasn't taught any different.
Well, that's the thing is the way those adults groom these kids. They make them feel like it's okay.
Yeah.
You could even argue that with like polygamy out in whatever that's
Colorado City.
Colorado City. They talk to the kids the same way. They talk to the women the same way because they'll marry those girls at 12 years old, 14 years old.
Yeah.
Right.
And they just talk to them like, it's okay.
This is what we do here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you know more people that are doing the same thing, it almost becomes like the norm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Super crazy.
That shit's powerful.
That is insane.
Because I don't even have kids, and I probably can speak for everybody in this room that shit's sad. That shit sucks because I have loved ones that
Exactly.
that's that same age, like your kids,
Mm-hmm.
and just hearing that and thinking that like anything is possible
Yeah.
anywhere, anytime. Like that shit is just crazy. Especially like you brought up that girl that got kidnapped in Vegas. There was a few other cases back in, I want to say 2011, 2010, and that shit happened to that girl, and I think she was gone for like a month, 2 months.
Oh, Elizabeth Smart.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that shit is just like it's just crazy to think that like people that people that's from your city, people that you love can just instantly be gone just like that.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother trauma right there.
But I'm good talking about that.
No, yeah, for sure.
I'm done.
Let's take a cup.
Yeah, let's
do it.
take, I'm good to wrap it up as well.
Do it.
Okay.
But you guys should all go watch it. Everyone, viewers, everyone should go watch that Sound of Freedom movie. It's
Yeah,
good.
I want to watch it.
Very
Sounds
good.
crazy.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to check out Sound of Freedom if you're interested. If you guys have topics for us, leave a comment down on our YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We'll try to get to it, but we'll see you guys next Monday.
All right.
75 likes, 25 comments for Robert's Muli.
Cancel.